What's up, guys? This is Tank Game Nature Boy, and we are back with some World of Tanks action for you. Now, before I begin, I did have a number of videos that I was going to post, but unfortunately, they had the party chat in there, and I could not adjust it, unfortunately, and I didn't want to add my chat over top of theirs, so anyway, boom, they're gone. Second thing you're going to notice is I'm running something other than a light and medium. I am trying a new thing where I'm doing some different tanks just to kind of put myself out there, because nobody has said anything, but I kind of feel, you may get tired of seeing medium and lights all the time. So, definitely some heavies coming up, definitely some clickers, maybe a TD, I don't know. I'm not a fan of camping bush and waiting for somebody to drive in front of you, you shoot them. It doesn't seem very sportsmanlike. Moving on. Not taking shots at anybody who likes TDs. Let me go ahead and add that. Moving on. So, I'm going to do a giveaway every now and again, and it is going to be the same format until I get tired of it. What this format is going to be is I'm going to say a line from a movie, and you are going to tell me who said it, what movie it was from, and for bonus points, say no Google in parentheses, and just put your gamer tag below. And that's all you have to do. And then randomly I will choose a winner 12 hours later, or what have you, at my own discretion. So anyway, today's giveaway, here it is. If you can't stand, you can't do war. That is today's quote. Tell me who said that, tell me what movie it was from, and then we will have the giveaway based off of that. Moving on. We are in the T110 Echo 5, something very, very strange for me. I don't normally do heavy tanks. Now, as you can see here, I know how to heavy tank because we are side scraping very, very well. We've already bounced a few shots. We are holding down the most important location here on Mountain Pass, the 1-2 line. We are loading high explosive anti-tank because we are going through the turret cheeks of the E100s, which is something you have to do. You're not going to get through there with the 258 millimeters of penetration with your standard AP round. You need that extra punch from a heat. So when it comes down to it, guys, don't be afraid to throw a little money at some folks. Versus you just sit there and just kind of flatten rounds against the side of their armor, or the front of their armor, whatever. Moving on, as you can see here, we've got a little guy there just trying to take a peek in the back. We're in a good location, and the reason I chose this location is my tumor, which is the commander's hatch, is on the left-hand side of the tank, and from this location, you can't really get to it. This E100 here is getting a little jazzy. I was actually, my plan here is, guys, is to continuously track him, to get that assist damage and just keep him locked up so he cannot leave and he just gets punished. And I think we're doing a very admirable job of it because this hundo is really in a pickle. I went ahead and hit his other track there. He knows he's in trouble, and I have played the E100 for a long time. I know it's reload. It has a humongous reload, but it also has humongous alpha. And with the recent buff, well, I say recent, but we all know how recent that was. I don't know where that shot went. Moving on, with the recent buff of 246 penetration up from 235, it has that same decent penetration that, everybody was looking for on the 128 from the E75. Moving on back to the game here. This other E100 really wants to get jazzy with me. As you can see here, I'm watching where he's aiming. I'm kind of moving my hull to kind of counteract that. From this angle, it's going to be really tough to kind of get one in the front unless I manage to pull back and give him a good shot. So I'm really trying to make sure that doesn't happen. He ends up, I end up finessing him, and he ends up hitting something and bouncing. I think my upper plate. Very crunchy tank in the right circumstance, this E5 is. I tend to like it better than the 5.7 heavy simply because of the DPM. Now, guys, if you're used to a tank that bends a corner, unloads, and comes back, the American T57 of the T1 Echo 5 is not for you because it only goes back at 10 kilometers an hour. Now, granted, someone coming from the medium light line, this is going to be a big deal to them, which is something we don't normally have to worry about as our backup speed, because the backup speed is always amazing. It's pretty much speed is amazing on any light or medium as a general rule. Now granted, of course, one statistics of these particular vehicles that I don't necessarily measure is the reverse speed. In this particular case I do, but I generally don't have a cause to. So there may be vehicles out there that push more than the mediocre 10 kilometers an hour in reverse, but you know what, even if they do go faster, it's still not going to be much faster. So just keep that in mind if you are facing a 5.7 or E5 around the corner that know for a fact they just can't disappear that fast. They can't fire on you and leave. And a lot of times, guys, the E5, the reason this tank is so popular is because it is a good all-arounder. They call it a pocket medium. I don't necessarily feel like it's a pocket medium because it's not really fast enough to scout and so on and so forth, but it does manage to get the job done. If you get in a good position, you can really make some things happen. Moving on back to the game, we go ahead and throw a high explosive anti-tank in the pit because we're coming up against this 263, and I know these things are crunchy, and I know more or less where to hit these guys. But that being said, you do need a very, very hot round. Lo and behold, he gets murdered before we get up there, but that's fine. It happens. You're not going to go through here and get every single kill. It's just not going to happen. 4705, 1177 assisted, 4000 blocked. Not bad for the first game in the E5 in forever. Guys, I really hope you enjoyed. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. We'll see you guys next time. Put your comment below for the giveaway, and let's see who wins. We'll see you guys next time.